If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
You done fucked up. Look. No, you done fucked up.
What's the deal? Welcome to my reaction channel. Y'all tapped in with Big Sidewalk Talking. Well, we dive right into the action at. Today we gonna react to a J-Cat out of Texas, speaking on Crip Mac and LA gang politics, speaking on California. So we gonna react to Big Crusty. Let's get it.
Crip Mac, what's his name?
Playing. He doing that shit because he know them Cali, they allow him to do that. Like, them Cali extorting him. Them in the bag out there. They ain't just letting that walk around. You know how many will bump on that, pull up on that butt, playing like the Hoover giving them fades in the count. But everybody's eating off C-Mac. They ain't just letting them walk around with that shit on his head. Like, that's just like me walking around with neighborhood, rolling 60 killer on my head. You think going not fuck with 60s? We don't do that in Texas. For all you who be all on the T-hat, we in Texas. We fuck with 60s, Hoovers, everybody ain't. We don't copycat what them do in Cali. We ain't no, we follow.
Yeah, we got like brother and sister fight.
We are our own trendsetters right here when it comes to this Crip shit. If you don't like that Crip nigga, we just don't like him. Every Crip ain't my Crip. That's what it is, though.
Yeah.
Straight like that, though, but we on that South Dad.
This type of stuff be funny. This girl ain't got no respect for California. I see that. Let me tell you something. Every real individual in the world, if you as real as you saying you is, you'll be tapped in with some folks. And first and foremost, Crip came from California. Y'all got that from LA. So how y'all don't copycat what California do? And if you was gonna join the gang culture, you should have did your research and did your homework. This is a dangerous culture. Oh boy said we had brother and sister fights. You know, the cheerleader in the background. You inserted yourself in the gang culture. And you ain't even got enough respect to salute and shout out the folks where it came from. I ain't hear you salute nobody from LA. He say he a Hoover. And he hangs with the neighborhoods, the 60s and all that. If he was out here, he would get beat, kicked in the a-hole, corded off. You're out of here.
Finish him.
And that's facts. This dude just talking just to be talking. No, excuse me. This girl is just talking just to be talking. City girl. Big Crusty. Let's break the rest of this down and make it make sense.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
It's to me that how you live this long, if Cali's so dangerous and you got a big old target on your head.
They eating out there. They late nigga. They done paid the Hoovers out too. That's why Hoovers is okay with giving them fades and punching them down, not to kill them, because they done paid to tell Lacey they got control of their little homie. They can tell the homie, hey, such and such, you better not go over there and fuck with him.
Touch him.
That's what it is.
Touch everybody else but him.
Don't touch him.
Yeah.
But they extorting that boy.
Hey.
They retarded like me. But one thing I know is 2% can't extort me. That's my homie. We all gonna eat together. We all gonna pitch in on this bag and eat. But ain't that they doing that nigga bad. He don't know no better. That's why he ran back to Texas, because he knew we was kind of stupid in them up there.
Hold on, he left
was down
Cali?
here in Houston, man.
Okay, now y'all see, like I say, he just talking out the side of his neck, talking out his a-hole. I mean, somebody needs to boot him in the a-hole, like I keep saying.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
Oh, boy should have woke up first and foremost, took a shower, washed his face, brushed his teeth. Now you see all the crust in his eye, you know what I mean? Crust around his lip. He just out there talking. He just want to be heard. My bad, once again. She just out there talking. She just want to be heard because, you know, only women talk like that. Men get on here and pay their homage, especially when you under some type of organization that you claim that y'all don't copycat. So if you're going to be as friendly as that and hanging with everybody, why copycat? Why bang the LA gang? Why you didn't come up with your own stuff? Because everybody is fascinated off California, off the Crip movement. It's a lot of people that be OT out of town, and they speak bad on the culture, but all of them picked up names from our culture. Y'all got gangs and names from our culture. Y'all fascinated with this stuff. So at the end of the day, it's like this dude talking about they extorting him, they paying the Hoovers. The neighborhoods are paying the Hoovers for Crip Mac to walk around with that on his head, and everybody's eating off of him. Come on, you got to make it make sense. Y'all theories be real crazy out there, man. Like, that's how I know this dude is not a real one. He just talking to just be talking. He don't know nothing. But at the end of the day, you done put your own foot in your mouth. And I know what you're doing. You really want some type of attention, but we ain't gonna give you the attention that you need. We gonna break it down and make it make sense, man. The gang culture right now is trash. And that's facts. This when you fall in to the bracket and want to be real and be a gangbanger. When the gang culture is over and trash. You said that folks could tell people, like, leave him alone. If you knew what you was talking about, you would know how loose the gang culture is right now. The young cats is running wild. And we call those eye busters. Everybody make it like Crip Mac the only one walking around with eye busters. Eye busters is, you know, with your ops whacked out. It could be anywhere, your head, your arm, your leg, your hand. And we also call eye busters when you got your neighborhood, your hood on your face, somewhere big, them eye busters. So you got to make it make sense. When you speaking on our culture, do your homework. Because the stuff that you talked about is like all scenarios that you done made up in your head and you just thinking.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
If you feel like it's sweet like that, come out here. Come out here and you say you from Hoover and go to the neighborhoods. If you think it's sweet, people just know how to move out here. You know, when you're involved in the gang culture, they know when to step out and when to stay in, where to go and where not to go. So you can't just look at a situation and say he got this on his head and he's walking around. People just know how to move out here, man. Now let's finish breaking Big Crusty down and let's make it make sense.
They found out that wasn't no real 60. He been had lying to the homies talking about he was real crippin'. He went crippin' for real. That man was 30. Hey man, that man ain't know what the fuck he wanted to be, cuz.
They start asking
Crippin'
questions.
for real though. Ain't gotta ask nigga any questions you wanna talk, we gonna get on it. Let's talk about it, nigga. Or whatever.
Yeah, here come another real
Old school
nigga right now.
Me, this big homie, the neighborhood crackhead.
Yeah.
Hey, what you say?
Now we just talking about how that nigga C-Mac got that shit on his head. Like I say, them cats extorting him. Cause he couldn't do that down here. He would have been got rolled out. You see that truck? 350 him. That's what would have happened if he would have stayed down here with that bullshit. If he want to line it up on 29th Street, we'll line it up. That nigga ain't that hard. That old weak ass punching he be doing. Nigga still down here. They gonna punch your ass down for real. Take that shit off your head. I don't like that whole ass shit. You went telling them Hoover you was down here about that. Yeah.
Hey, and look, just to clear the record, we not mad at C-Mac Crip, man.
Nigga, though, I don't like the fact that he just rapping so hard like it's just stiff like that. You got that shit on your head. My nigga, you ain't HK like that, man. Stop playing. You know some real NKs and get on your ass. Stop that whole ass shit. And we don't do that down here. We don't do no set tripping in Texas, man. I fuck with neighborhood to the death. My favorite, some of my closest homies is neighborhood. And I'm Hoover out.
I ain't gonna lie. If it was stiff like they said it was on over there, it seemed like that shit would have been on site long time ago.
That man.
Okay, Big Crusty say he crippin' for real. Where and how when you ain't even following the guidelines?
Finish
Meaning, you know, you done jumped in the culture that don't get along with a certain side. They have enemies. Like I said, this is a dangerous culture.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
This ain't no friendly fade type stuff. And the stuff he talk about with C-Mac, he just trying to get, you know, a little bit of exposure. He just trying to speak. He just talking out the side of his neck. And he's spilling his true feelings out at the same time. You know, like I said, she mad at something. You know, only women talk like this. Maybe somebody from California or somebody from this area did something to him, or he just mad because, you know, this man is on getting his increments. And here he comes with to speak on LA gang politics and California culture all in one. I want to say, man, salute to Texas. Much love and respect. I know some real folks out there. And I know they all don't move like this. It's just one big J-Cat, crusty mother effer.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
That's, decided to get on YouTube and speak his thoughts into existence, which everything you said does not exist in the gang culture when it comes out here. You on the outside looking in, buddy. And you said, correct you if you wrong.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
So I'm correcting you. You wrong.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
Real ones don't move like that. If you was gonna go at Crip Mac, you could have went straight at Crip Mac. You didn't have to go into, your theory of what you thought when you said, why is he walking around like that? People move at a certain way. And if you watch how he move, he move. He's just not out here moving, walking around all in they section and all that. He's in his own section. He's minding his own. So maybe you need to mind your own.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
Get you a bag. And you a funny cat.
Sit your $5 ass down.
Seen your other
before I make
video.
change.
You's a funny cat. That's facts. You could go up on here and get a lot of views the right way. But speaking like that on the whole culture, it's not the right way to go.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
You done fucked up, don't you? No,
The gay culture is trash.
No, you done fucked up.
All you got to do is go to my other channel, Great Street TV, and you will see, ever since I've been out here, I've been telling these folks, the gay culture is trash. I'm giving out reality checks, and this right here is officially a reality check for you, because everything you said was not facts when it came to the gang culture.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
Out here, you should be paying your homies to where your culture came from. Crip started in California. Crip started in LA. So, do your homework, do your research before you speak and make it seem like what folks is doing out here is wrong and not moving the right way.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
You gotta really come out here. You gotta feel this shit. You gotta experience this shit. And that's facts. So with all that being said, man, this reaction came to an end. And just as quick as we jumped into the action, we gonna dive right back out the action.
If I'm wrong, tell me when I'm wrong and I can correct it.
Let's get it in.
You done fucked up, don't you? No, you done fucked up.